life to live, so I'ma live it right. Thinking about the old times, had to put my heart on ice. She'll play the fool a couple times for the right price. It's no telling what the poster don't believe the hype. I stride alone, I got the world on my shoulder. I hustle hard, they gon' feel me like a boulder. I cut them off, yeah, it was nice to know ya. Lights over feelings, now I'm headed to Nigeria. I'm hella focused, I can't see nobody else but me. I'm putting on, I got inspired by Coach K and P. What it do to my fellow alchemists out there? What is going on, everybody? Hey, happy new week, happy new week, happy new week. I am wishing everybody a good week, bro. A good week. How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing today? I just hope everybody, you know, when you find this video that you are doing very well. And if you're not, I'm sending you peace, love, happiness, joy, you know, all the good things. Hoping that your situation, if it's, you know, causing you a lot of distress and a lot of unrest, that it can find a way to solve itself, or that maybe you can get a new perspective of that situation and kind of look at it from a different angle, and maybe that can help you. Or maybe, you know, find a way to let go of certain people that are causing you that distress, and that can make you feel better, you know, or whatever it is that is going to make the situation feel better, make you feel better. I'm wishing that you can get to that solution. For my people that are doing well, I'm so happy that you are doing well. I am so glad that this video found you in good spirits. Yeah, guys, I'm doing pretty good. Just a little bit tired today. I had to do a couple of things, handle a few errands, had to work as well. But you know, we gonna get through it. We gonna get through it, guys. Yes, this week's episode is episode 21. Motor vehicle perspectives is at episode 21, y'all. It is crazy. And we gonna get right to it. We're gonna get right into it. Guys, so I went to go see Inside Out with my mom, my youngest sister, and my big cousin. Yo, why was I more excited in the theater than I'm sure anybody else was in that theater, bro? Like, that movie was such a good movie, and that's what we're gonna talk about today. We're gonna kind of give a little synopsis of Inside Out 2. If you haven't watched it already and you're watching this, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna go into deep details of the movie. I'm not gonna say too many specifics, but I will kind of break down the movie from my own perspective and tell you guys what I learned from it. You know, a movie is a good movie, especially if it's a children's movie. You know, a children's movie is a great movie when you yourself is an adult watching this movie and learning from it, and like seeing how you can reshape the way you view yourself from the things that you've learned from this movie. And that's exactly what Inside Out 2 did for me. Like, I was so happy that my sister Gloria was like, yo, I really want to go see Inside Out. When are we going to go see it? Because it was really her idea. Like, I'm just gonna be very honest with you. If it wasn't for my sister Gloria, it wouldn't have been a thing for me. Probably I would have not went to go see the movie. I probably would have waited until it came out in Disney Plus, came out on Disney Plus, and possibly watched it, or probably watched it with the kids that I work with at my job. And you know, but even then, when I'm watching movies with the kids at my job, I'm not fully into the movie, because I'm watching the kids and making sure that they're okay. So I'm very excited and like grateful that I got a chance to go see this movie where I could have gave it my full all. And I'm grateful that not only me, but my sister Gloria took something very profound from it. My big cousin, she took something very profound from it. My mom took something very profound from it. And you know, all four of us was just like, yo, this is a good movie. So just a quick synopsis of the movie. It is told from a 13-year-old's perspective, a 13-year-old girl's perspective. You know, she's hitting puberty, she's getting all these new emotions, and she just doesn't know what to do with them. And within her, you know, world of emotions, they're all kind of going crazy too, because the emotions that she had from the first movie have now met some new emotions, and they're like, yo, where did y'all come from? What do we do with y'all? Like, y'all are jacking everything up. And you know, they kind of go through the storyline where one of the emotions, like, basically tries to do away with the rest of the emotions that were originally there, basically telling them, hey, y'all are not needed anymore. We got this, we running the show. You know, she's growing up now, she needs us more than she needs y'all. And needless to say, it becomes a huge disaster before it actually finds its way to being a triumph. The situation finding its way to triumph. But needless to say, I took a lot of tidbits from that, and I'm gonna go ahead and break it down. The first thing that I took from that movie was all of your emotions are important. Every last emotion that you feel, whether it's sadness, joy, whether it's anxiety, whether it's embarrassment, fear, anger, whatever sadness that you go through in this life, from the day that you're born to the day that you die, is very, very important. It's very, very necessary, and you shouldn't do away with none of those emotions. I think the biggest thing that is so important is balance. You have to find, throughout your life, you have to find a way to balance those emotions and use them accordingly. Like, anger is not a bad emotion, it's how it manifests is what causes it to be bad. If it manifests into you killing somebody, then yes, now anger is becoming a deficit. Now it's bad. But the emotion itself, actually not even anger being bad, the action that anger had manifested from is bad. Anger itself is not bad. Anxiety, you know, too much anxiety can cripple you. Too much fear can cripple you. I was talking about that in the last episode. If you haven't watched that already, right after you watch this one, please go and watch the last episode that I dropped, episode 20. But yeah, too much fear can really, really stunt your growth. Too much anxiety can cause you to make different moves that are not necessary to make, or not make any moves at all, and like completely disregard the moves that were extremely necessary for you to make in this season of life. It's so much to unpack in that movie, but I'm gonna try my best not to go too deep into it, so that way I don't ruin it for anybody who hasn't watched it. But yes, every emotion has its time and place. Every emotion is very, very necessary, and you have to find balance. The second thing that I learned, and am so glad that I got to witness in my adulthood, seeing my adult perspective from a 13-year-old perspective, I'm so grateful I got to watch this movie from like at 25. Although I feel like any age could benefit from this movie, but I'm very grateful, because it's like, bro, it's a lot of things that we go through as kids, bro, especially young girls. I'm not, trying to make it seem like boys' life is harder than girls' lives, or girls' lives are harder than boys' life. But I'm a girl, I'm a woman, so I can only speak from the perspective that I understand the most, which is a woman's perspective. Growing up and going through puberty at such a young age, like, think about it. You're literally still a kid getting a rush of emotions, and then on top of that, you're watching your body change. And I'm sure boys can attest to this too, don't get me wrong, but girls especially, you hit puberty, and then all of a sudden you start getting into this body that no longer looks like a child's body. No longer looks like you can't pass as a child, like a baby anymore. Like you're literally growing. You got, all these different changes that are happening to your body. Then on top of that, you got your menstrual that's coming, and on top of that, you got to deal with that every month. You got to deal with the fluctuations of your emotions every month with your menstrual. Like, it is like, I as a kid going through that, I didn't understand it all the way, but now at 25, I'm like, whoa, girls really do experience a lot in their teenage years that is very, very hard to articulate and put into words. But I'm so glad movies like this are coming out and giving these girls an opportunity to look at something that can help them understand just a smidget, because the movie it's not going to solve all the problems in the world of child development. But what I will say is it's definitely a step in the right direction. It's definitely, somebody's definitely doing the legwork to try to raise awareness to emotions, especially at such a, you know, young level. It's amazing. This movie is 10 out of 10, really broke my scale. 20 out of 10, like 20 out of 10. Such a good movie. Another thing is, you will literally drive yourself crazy. You will literally drive yourself crazy trying to fit in, bro. You will drive yourself nuts trying to fit in, trying to be like the best of the best without no rest. You will drive yourself insane trying to know what somebody else thinks about you. Like, it is crazy how us human beings, we get so wrapped up in our world, and we're like, yo, what can I do to be better? What can I do? What can I do for this person to like me? What can I do for this person to love me? Like, I just want this to happen. I want that to happen. Like, why can't it happen? Why isn't it happening at this time? And you literally are just driving yourself nuts. You're driving yourself nuts. And it was comedic to see a 13-year-old doing that. But then I look back on my life and I'm like, yo, Rosemary, don't laugh too hard. Don't laugh too hard, because those traits are in you as well. Those traits are in you as well. Like, sometimes you get so wrapped up in your world and you get so wrapped up in your head, and you trying so hard for something to happen on your time, and it's like, bro, relax. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. If it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen. Like, it ain't no amount of force that can make something happen like this, but rather that force might push it farther away. That force might cost you the whole thing you're wanting to happen. So I'm telling you, this movie, if you haven't seen it already, if you can go to the theaters, go to the theaters. I'm sure it's gonna come out on Disney Plus soon. If you don't want to go to the theaters, I don't blame you. But as soon as it comes out on Disney Plus, do your due diligence. If you have children, watch it with your children. If you don't have children, watch it by yourself. Watch it with your mate. If you have a mate, watch it with your family members. Like, this movie is so transformative for, like, the society we're currently living in. Like, I think this is like right time, right place type of movie. Like, it is such a good movie, and I'm not gonna stop talking about it. Like, I feel like I can't wait till it come out on Disney Plus. I'm gonna watch it again, because I feel like, you know how it is when you watch a movie once and then you watch it again, you're like, oh, I missed that, I didn't pay attention to that. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to have happen. Like, such a good movie. So yeah, guys, just think about your emotions. Think about how important every emotion that you have is, whether it's anxiety, whether it's joy, whether it is you know, whether it's fear, whether it's sadness, whether it's anger. Like, whatever you're going through, whatever emotions that you have within you, realize that there is a balance. There is a balance that is necessary for that emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have too much of, even joy, you can't have too much of joy sometimes. Like, and to me, it was kind of hard to swallow until I kept thinking about it and kept thinking about it. And it's right. You can't, in a situation where too much joy is not required and you got a lot of joy, now you look delusional. And not delusional in a good way, because don't get me wrong, like, even when something is going bad and you decide to be happy, that's awesome. But when you got somebody who is literally, like, very sad in front of you and they need you to be there for them, and yes, a uplifting word could work, but also come down to their level and feel what they're feeling too. If they're feeling sad, of course, don't let them sit in that too long, but feel that sadness with them. Don't be trying to laugh it off and trying to joke it off and do all this, and in return making that person feel even more cruddier than they felt. because you're having too much joy in a situation that requires you to kind of tune the joy down just a little bit and just feel what the person around you is feeling. Or maybe even within yourself, like, you can laugh off a lot of situations and then the delusion is not even helping you no more. The delusion is keeping you from feeling what you need to feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, you going through something really, really detrimental, but instead of recognizing that, you want to keep partying, you want to keep, you know, drinking and doing all this stuff that is celebratory, that's the word I'm looking for, and keeping yourself from further feeling what you need to feel in order to pass through that funk in your life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, like, if you get a chance, and if you could sit through a kid's movie that is not so kiddish for real, definitely watch Inside Out 2. Definitely. And this is not a paid promotion, although creators of Inside Out, if you're watching, I would not mind a paid promotion, but honestly, I'm not looking for one for real, because I feel like this is something that needs to be talked about more. Like, stuff like this needs to be talked about more and brought more awareness to, especially for the youth, because the youth is suffering right now. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I mean, we all suffering, but especially the youth. And the reason why, I think one of the reasons why, because I don't know all of the reasons why, but I can definitely put money on this being one of the reasons why, is the youth doesn't have a lot of tools to know how to deal with their emotions. And when I say tools, I don't mean like technology and all this. I mean like just people, grown people around them who deal with their emotions very well and can show them how to deal with their emotions. Like, a lot of us escape our emotions, and we try to find vices to keep us from feeling, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the main problem with the society. We got all these vices like telephones, cell phones, drugs, alcohol, parties, different things, you know what I'm saying? Gaming systems, sports, all that. But it's like, okay, who's dealing with the inside? Because the inside matters just as much as the outside, probably even more, if you ask me. So yeah, I really believe that the more awareness that we bring to our emotions and how to deal with it and balance them out, the more like improvement we can have in this society, and the more love that can be spread through that, because you can't give what you don't got. You know what I'm saying? Like, we hoping that the world gets more love, but if the people in the world ain't got no love, the world not gonna get no love. So yeah, guys, that is episode 21. It's a little deep, don't get me wrong, but it needed to be talked about, and I don't mind being the one to talk about it. I don't mind getting deep. I mean, I really don't. That is episode 21 of Motor Vehicle Perspectives. Thank y'all so much. If you've watched it this far, thank you. Make sure you like this video if you fool with it. If this video really got you, make sure you like it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you comment on the video, your own perspective. If you've watched the movie and you took something from it that I didn't mention in this video, drop it in the comments, please. Drop it in the comment section, because I want to see what you saw. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what you saw and learn from y'all as well. If you haven't shared this video, bro, go ahead and share this video to your tribe, to your clan, to your folks. Spark the conversation. Just get this conversation sparked so people can, you know what I'm saying, think about things that they probably don't give enough time to, and see if that can transform their life, transform their inside, see if that can get their wheels turning and change the trajectory of the life that they're currently living. Also, please, if you haven't watched any of my other episodes before this one, go back and watch. Go ahead and catch up with these episodes. I'm dropping every week, dropping a new episode every week, and you don't want to miss out. But yeah, guys, love y'all so much. Until next week, peace.